Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you a quick guide on how you can prep your nails in order to apply press-ons using glue. And if you're interested, I also made videos on how to size your nails for custom press-ons and also some ideas of things that you can use in order to reuse your press-on nails. Alright, so to get started, you're going to need some basic tools in order to do a mani kit. You really only need a cuticle pusher, a nail file, and a buffer. These are tools that are going to help to lift the cuticle and remove any dead skin cells from your nail plate. An orange wood stick is nice because it does have typically a blunt edge, but also a pointy edge. There are still many different types of pushers in the market, including all of these different kinds of metal pushers. If you have them and you're comfortable with using them, you can definitely use those as well. This one here is my favorite, and it's the one I've had the longest, and I like it because it has such a blunt edge that I can really push back without causing any damage. And like I said, there are many different types. Some have the pushers at an angle that help you get into the cuticle, but they may have sharp edges, and some have scrapers, so just be careful and just make sure that you're comfortable using what you have. There are also a great variety of nail files on the market, and you just want to make sure that you don't pick anything with a coarser grit than 180 for your natural nail, because then it can cause some damage. And the same thing goes for nail buffers. Just make sure that they're not too coarse, but you also don't want the ultra fine ones that are meant to shine the nail, because you do want to have some texture when you're applying your press-on nail. My favorites are this orange mini buffer and also the white block. You can get this one at Sally's. Next, you will need some alcohol and some cotton. I do prefer to use these for convenience since they're already prepped. You can find these or similar ones on Amazon. You can also use these instead of cotton, which I do prefer because they are lint free. This will help so that there's not any fuzzies left on your nail after you clean. Something else that can be helpful but is totally not required is to have an old makeup brush that you don't use anymore that can help dust off some of that nail dust. Next, you will need some glue. Here I have some different ones. My favorite one though is this brush-on 5-second glue from IBD. Before you get started on prepping your nails, I do recommend that you have your tips sized and ready to go for each one of your fingernails. This is going to make the process a lot easier. I do have an in-depth video on how to size your nails, so check the links down below. Alright, so let's get started with prepping your nail. The first thing that you want to do is you want to push back your cuticle and remove any dead skin from your nail bed. As you can see, I don't really have overgrowth of my cuticle, but if you do, just make sure that you gently push it back. Next, you'll want to shape your free edge, and I do prefer to have my nails as short as possible. You don't have to go this short, but this is just something that I prefer and I wanted to show you. If you have really long nails, you're going to want to cut those back so that there is nothing coming out from under your press-on nail. You can then file your nail just so you can have a smooth edge. Next, you'll want to lightly buff the surface of your nail to create texture and remove the shine. I like to focus on my cuticle area first to make sure that I get all the dead skin cells off. Next, you'll grab your alcohol wipe and you're going to make sure that you wipe your entire nail, getting into the crevices and into the cuticle area. Attention to detail is very important in this step. You want to make sure that you really get all of that nail dust and all of your nail oils off. Alright, you should be ready now to apply your tip. So I like to start by putting a little bit of nail glue on my nail bed. I like the brush on for this reason, but you can still achieve this with a regular nail tube. Next, you're also going to put a little bit of glue to the back of the nail. If you're using the nail glue tube, make sure that you only put a small dot. You don't want to put too much, otherwise it will overflow into your skin. When you're ready to apply the nail tip, you want to place it at the back of your nail without touching the cuticle at an angle, and then you're going to slowly lower it, trying to avoid any bubbles in the glue. You're going to push down with light pressure until the glue sets. Once the glue sets, you should have a pretty strong bond. I was able to wear my nails for a whole week without any lifting, although I know of some people who have reported wearing them for 2 weeks. Prep, application, and fit are all important factors to determine how long your press-ons will last. Now I'm going to quickly show you how you can safely remove your press-on nails. You want to start by shortening your nails by clipping off the free edge. Next, you want to file off the top coat from your nails. This is going to break that seal. I'm using an e-file with a sanding band at a very low speed here, but you can use a regular hand file. This is what it should look like when you're done. And now we're going to soak it off with some pure acetone. When working with acetone, make sure that you're being extremely careful and that you're using an acetone-proof container. I got this ceramic bowl from Dollar Tree. I like to soak for 10 minutes first and then in 5-minute increments until you can gently remove all of the nail product. To preserve the integrity of your nail, make sure that you're not pushing too hard or that you're not scraping anything off. Otherwise, this is going to cause damage. When the majority of the product has been removed, it should look something like this. If you feel like there are still some bits of glue stuck on, do not pry them off, but you can use a buffer to gently smooth it out. When you're completely done, make sure that you rehydrate your nails by using some cuticle cream or cuticle oil. Alright you guys, I hope that you all really enjoyed this video. I hope that it has encouraged you to try press-ons if it's something that you were thinking about before, or if you've been using press-ons, I hope that you could take some information from it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.